Good morning, gamers. My name is Joke. I am in state 545, and in today's video, we are going to go over some of these changes that the developers have dropped on us recently. We now have T10 Ttoops, and we now have a whole new branch of technology called Cutting Edge. Now, before we get into this video, I wanted to formally introduce myself. If you are new to my channel, my name is Joke, J0K. I'm in state 545, and guys, I make YouTube videos. I've made a lot of them. I did not know anything when I learned this game and when I first started playing it, so I want to pass on what I do know, the little that I do know, to you guys. Now, if you could do me a favor by just smashing that like button, sharing my content, and subscribing to my channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Now let's get into it. There's a lot to go over, guys, a lot. So check this out. We're going to go right into our last shelter studio, our cutting edge tech and specs, and we're going to go through this line by line while I explain it. There's two parts to this. Number one, T10 Ttoops are now unlockable by researching the new techs. Now, I'm in state 545. However, it may have been unlocked, and I can't confirm this to all of the states. If not, it's coming soon. Let's go ahead. T10 Ttoops are now unlockable by researching the new techs. Number one, all cutting-edge technologies will become permanently effective. There's a lot of confusion on this. The T10 technologies were being messed around with, beta tested in earlier states. They were not permanent. However, now they are permanent. What does this mean? Well, we'll get to this in a minute. Once T10 is locked, number two, unlocked, more advanced techs can be unlocked. What does that mean? Well, I'll just show you that right now. Go over here to T10 technology, and once my vehicles are done brewing up, it's going to unlock a whole nother set of technology for me. Now, let's go back, staying on track. Number three, all cutting-edge technology will go down into a cooldown upon activation. Technology reset will be available when the respective technology cooldown finishes. Number four, we'll get to that in a second. I'm going to explain all this. The base cooldown time for each technology is 180 days. This cooldown time can be reduced by learning the respective technology specializations. So, there is a reset available. What does that mean? Well, that means after 180 days or sooner, dependent on what I'm researching in my technology tree from specialization points, which I'll get to in a second as well. There's a cooldown time. After this 180 or sooner cooldown time, you can reset your technology. Well, what does that mean? That means that I go through all of this technology right now, say I maxed it out today, and 180 days passed or sooner, that I can choose to reset and go back to 0 out of 10 on all of this technology. So I can choose. It's permanent unless you choose otherwise. Well, why would you want to choose otherwise? Because of this right here. This is the reason why you're going to want to reset your technology in the future. And let me tell you a little bit about it. Going back into the tech specs. Now, one more thing, number five, new techs require war badges, which can be obtained via packages, trading hub, daily supply, arms supply, and various events. Let's go through these real quick. So packages, obviously for purchase. Trading hub, I just traded for a bunch of them today. However, it's not really a super fair trade. It cost me 800 courage medals to get 50 war badges. Not the greatest, but you know what, I'll take it. Obviously through packages, you can buy these new war badges. Through benefits, there's a $4.99 weekly 500 war badge a day package you can get. I'm trying it. I'm going to try it. You know, I'm not going to lie and tell you guys I've never spent on this game. I have. I'm not a huge spender like some people, but it is what it is. Daily supply. It said daily supply. It also said arms supply. So any of these you should be able to be consuming or being able to get some of these war badges, as well as some of these events. Like, let's see, they don't have an event going on right now, but for instance, the latest, Chinese Valentine's Day event, it gave us some tickets, some super recruitment tickets. War badges may now be included with those as well. I hope this makes sense so far. So, reviewing our first part right here. Once T10 is unlocked, more technologies become available. All cutting edge technologies will go down to a period, cooldown period. 180 days is going to be our standard cooldown period unless you research the correct specialization, kind of like DD, and you can decrease that cooldown timer. You do not have to reset your technology. The technology is technically permanent unless you choose to reset it. I can't stress that enough. You don't have to reset it. All of the technology is permanent unless you want and choose to reset your technology. Well, why the heck would you want to reset and choose to reset all of your technologies back to 0? Well, let's talk about that right now. Number 2, Section 2. At the same time, technology specialization is about to begin its testing phase. Details are below. Gain 1 specialization EXP point per 1 level of cutting-edge technology. I'm going to explain this because I was confused. I actually had to redo this video because I had not started the cutting-edge technology and I was just confused. So right down here, it says you have 2 things. Your specialization level, right now I'm level 3 out of 172, and you have your specialization points right here. You also have specialization points right here. So every time that you upgrade, say I'm right now at combat flexibility, I'm upgraded 5 out of 10. Now every time you upgrade 1 level, it gives you 1 point for this bar right here. So that's what they're talking about. They're talking about, number 1, gain 1 specialization experience point per 1 level. Now, it would be nice if there was, let's see right here. It would be nice if down here it said EXP, right? But you guys are gonna have to get the idea. So every time I upgrade 1 level, it's gonna give me 1 point down here. So right now, once I reach 5 points, I'll turn to level 4 specialization. Are you following? I hope you are. Number 2 on here, gain 1 technology specialization point per 1 level of technology specialization. I hope that makes sense. Let me explain that. So I have 3 specialization points right now. I have 3 because I'm level 3. Does that make sense? It should. So I've upgraded this 5, 10, 15, 16 times. And so far it's only been 5 that have been required to get me to this next level. So every time I upgrade 1 of these technologies, it gives me an extra point down here, an experience point. They should list experience points down here. That's why it's confusing. So once I get 5 experience points now, I'll go to level 4, which would then unlock my 4th actual specialization point. I hope that makes sense. Now, I'm not going to go through this technology in this video. I'm going to save it for another video. But what does this look like? It looks like Doomsday specialty trees to me. It's because it pretty much is. There are some sweet benefits. From briefly looking in there are some sweet benefits though. And that's the technology tree that you are going to use that can reduce that cooldown timer so that you can continue to level up and gain more specialty points in the end. So that is why, guys, that's why you want to reset your technology after it's all said and done. That's why. Let's continue reading. Technology specialization points can only be used to learn technology specializations. That's that tree. Just like Doomsday, we gotta now expand our tech tree. Technology specialization levels and technology specialization points are permanent. So, whereas you can reset your technology and start from ground zero, even when you do that, your tech levels are still the same. It's like when you reset your specialty tree in Doomsday. You use a reset, you still have the same amount of specialty points, but then you can go in a different direction. Kind of similar. Number 5, resetting technology specializations will require war badges. The more technology specializations learned, the more war badges consumed. Let me touch on that for a second. You can only use war badges to upgrade this cutting edge technology. That's it. No courage medals, only war badges. You can get those war badges via packages, but if you don't like spending money like I do, then hit up your trades every few hours, do little things here and there, do all of your events, and you should be able to upgrade this technology at a fairly decent pace. Please upgrade your game if you upgrade your game if you have not. And then down here, I already claimed it, but look, it gives us 10,000 war badges. Well, check this out, guys. With 10,000 war badges, you can unlock your first row of T10. Now, you have to do the minimum required to unlock it. You're not gonna, max, and then unlock your T10 vehicles, but it allows you to unlock. Now, a couple things with these T10 troops. Right now, and since we're talking about vehicles, let's use vehicles for example. Right now, there's gonna be a cap, a 350,000 unit cap on T10. And this goes for all troop types. They are stronger, they are meatier, they are meaner, all of these troop types, but you have a cap. So what does this mean? Well, it means that you're gonna see a lot of people with Bane blades and full sets and full crews of T10. But after a few hits, they're not gonna be able to keep their APC completely full. So it's going to be pretty typical for you guys, for now at least, to see 1 and 2 rows of T10 troops. That being said, keep in mind that you should place these T10 troops with the best heroes. Hint, hint. If I was going to place my T10 troops, I would make sure that they were placed with a hero that does a ton of damage. Countdown, Hummingbird, somebody who melees for fighters. You know what I'm saying? One thing to note too, that with these T10 troops, guys, the time required to get one batch of T10 troops is going to be like 7+ days. So this is good, and it's good for everybody who doesn't spend, because people are going to have to spend so much money to train T10 troops, to train 350,000 or more when they research the respective technologies. But they're going to have to blast through so many diamonds and so many speed ups. That means we have a more level playing field. That's good, because who's going to want to buy that many speed ups all the time and then just buy speed ups to heal them and then buy speed ups? It's a cash grab for the heavy spenders. However, it's a huge cash grab, and it kind of levels the playing field. So remember, there is a cap right now on T10. That's okay. The time required to make T10 is extreme. 7+ days for one batch, which is like less than 10,000. So it's going to take quite some time for us to get, even one row, one squad of T10. That didn't say that in the little announcement, but I do know that, so I wanted to share that with you guys. So let's recap real quick, see if we can bring this video to an end. T10 is now available. The cutting edge technology is now available. I do want to touch on one more thing on that. Check this out. You're going to like this. Right here, increase might all the way up to 30% vehicles. Obviously, it's the same for the other ones too. Increase resistant all the way up to 30%. Increase HP all the way up to 15 extra %. Awesome. And then we unlock T10. But did you notice what I noticed? Check this out. It says increase shooter resistance. It doesn't say increase T10 shooter resistance. What does that mean? Well, that means that all of this new technology right here is going to help all of your troop types. All of your troop types, not just T10. Now, once you research T10 it'll unlock a whole nother category with multiple rows of unlockable technology that is, my guess, is going to be specific to T10 itself. But that's pretty cool. So let's just keep recapping here. You can reset after 180 days your technology. Why would you want to do that? Well, you want to gain more technology specialization points, just like DD, so that you can grow stronger. There are some buffs. I'll do another video on those buffs. You can also use those buffs, those technology points, to decrease that 180-day timer. The new tech requires war badges. That's the only way you can upgrade the technology. You can get them through purchases, trading hub, daily supply, arm supply, and various little events. Don't need to spend too much time on the technology specializations. Just remember that if you want to upgrade your technology specializations, you need to keep upgrading your technology. For every 1 level of technology, you get 1 experience point. Right now, once I reach 5 experience points, I'll level up to level 4, and I'll get my 4th technology specialization point. We'll go over this whole tree in another video. And I do want to point out just one more thing before we end this video, guys. Be careful. Be careful if you're a spender, because look, at the same time, technology specialization is about to begin. It's testing phase. Testing phase. Details are as below. This whole thing, this whole technology specialization thing is a test. So be careful, because one day it might be gone. Now, I guess technically this would only apply if you reset your technology multiple times already, or you plan to. But be careful, because one day it might not be there, and all that money you spent is going to be gone. And all the people who don't spend are going to be like, haha. No, I'm just kidding. Do what you want, but just know that this is a test phase. And that's about it, guys. As always, if you have any questions, drop a comment below. Subscribe to my channel. Show me your support. Your support has been amazing so far. If I missed anything, drop a comment. Shout out to State 545. You want your state shouted out? Drop a comment below. We'll talk to you guys soon. Joke. State 45. 545. Haha. Talk to you later.